Ambition is defined as a strong desire to achieve something, and fatigue is a weariness that can interfere with your daily tasks. You ever seen that picture of the guy rolling the huge boulder up the hill? They put him on like those like black motivational posters with the white text, like it'll say some like keep going or whatever. Well, that guy is Sisyphus, a Greek king who was cursed by the gods for doing a bunch of sick to roll a boulder up a hill for all eternity, only for it to roll all the way back down every single time he was just at the pinnacle. To the average person, Sisyphus is wrongly associated with ambition, when what he really represents is consequence. Because these images always depict Sisyphus like in the middle of the shit, right? Like he's like in the mid, like fuck yeah, like we're doing this, right? Like it depicts the middle, the journey. But none of those images ever depict the point where he has to start all over again. Ambition fatigue is that. It's the moment at the bottom of the hill right before you start all the over. And French philosopher Albert Camus, I'm gonna say Camus, his name probably Camus or some shit like that, I don't know.
Albert Camus.
We're gonna call him Uncle Al. So French philosopher Uncle Al says in his essay The Myth of Sisyphus that one must imagine Sisyphus happy. And he argues that all of this shit is meaningless anyway, so you might as well find some joy in the journey. And my problem with this is that the journey is never tangibly celebrated in real time. It's only ever about results. No one has ever won a Grammy or a Golden Globe for best effort, you know? And in a world that only validates and only values the finish line, it often feels pointless to even try. And that process often ends up feeling much like another famous historical image of the Ouroboros, which depicts a snake eating its own tail, which will inevitably mean the destruction of the snake by the snake's own hands? Scales? By my hand. If snakes could talk, would they say, "You'll die by my hands"? Or "You'll die by my snake body"? You'll die by my snake. But that's ambition fatigue, where people sort of fundamentally misunderstand Sisyphus as a character and as a sort of an idea. I feel like the Ouroboros is the perfect representation of ambition fatigue, where a lot of the process can just feel like you are burning the candle at both ends. Now you're probably wondering, who the fuck is this guy? Why is he talking about this? Why should I care? Well, my name's Rainy, and if you've known about me online for any period of time, what can't you do? That's a comment I get a lot because I have my hand in a lot of bags. I'm in a lot of lanes, you know what I mean? I'm a writer, a producer, rapper, singer, songwriter, comedian, content creator, and now award-winning podcaster. So I say all that to say there's a lot of lanes that I am in, including this one on YouTube, which I tried to make happen multiple times before. And the same thing kind of happened. I just got ambition fatigue, dude. It just got to be so exhausting to try and try and try and try and feel like you were always playing second fiddle to someone who just uploaded like maybe a second before you, talking about the same goddamn thing, and you were like, hey, I just made a video about this. Now no one's gonna watch mine because this channel has 100,000 subscribers and far more resources than I do. I'm just a girl. And it becomes cyclical, right? Because the more you watch people succeed off of the same fucking thing you are doing, the less and less and less the point becomes apparent. You guys know the soundbite?
He not beating Goku! He not beating Goku!
Can he beat Goku? Yeah, that's me. That's my actual voice. But that soundbite, that meme has taken on a life of its own to such a severity that people don't even tie it back to me anymore. And I think that's the problem with, you know, sort of content creation and, you know, just the state of ambition as a whole right now, as it concerns the internet, as it concerns media and the way we consume it. Because let's go back to the time of Sisyphus here. In ancient Greece, there was only like 3 things you could be: a king, a slave, or you like, I don't know, like make chairs or something. So there wasn't a whole lot to be ambitious about back then. But now, in the age of the internet, if you want to be a goddamn professional TikToker, bro, if that's what you trying to do for real, good luck, man. Because I feel like in ancient Greece, there was like 5 motherfuckers making chairs. And if you wasn't an apprentice under one of them 5 motherfuckers, then you was basically shit out of luck. Or you could get it out the mud and grind and then make the greatest chair of all time and then carve out a niche, carve out a name for yourself, because it wasn't a whole lot of motherfuckers out there doing the shit that you're doing. Now, it's a whole different story. It's a billion motherfuckers doing every goddamn thing under the sun. And in an algorithm-based media landscape, it can feel even more hopeless than hopeless to put in any sort of effort, because it doesn't matter whether or not what you are creating is genuine, or if it's impactful, or if it's meaningful. All that matters is whether or not it appeases the algorithm. I'm so sick of the algorithm. What does any of this have to do with anything? I guess what I'm trying to say is that it's okay to be tired of the process. It's okay to feel like you have had enough and to feel like your efforts are like kind of going nowhere, because more often than not, that's exactly what it feels like to do all this shit. This YouTube video that I'm filming right now, I got my boy, you know what I'm saying? My brother from the hearse, Arturo El Duro Caraculo, you already know what it is. He about to edit the out this motherfucker. There's no guarantee that anyone's gonna watch it, right? Yeah, but although I hope so. But that's just a risk that you have to take in this sort of media landscape. And while I fundamentally disagree with Albert Camus' quote that one must imagine Sisyphus happy, that doesn't mean I don't understand it. That doesn't mean that I don't value the journey. That doesn't mean that I don't appreciate the process. However, when your process is over a decade in the making, it's pretty reasonable to get sick and tired of putting the effort in when you see people around you eating off the same shit that you're doing. And I think way more people than are willing to admit are having this sort of problem. There is more news available to us now than there ever has been. We have more access to evil and things to corrupt our minds now than ever before. It is so easy to get bogged down and feel hopeless and feel like nothing matters. And ambition fatigue is a manifestation of a lot of that, because it's like, bro, the planet is melting. There's an orange terrorist in the White House. Women are losing their rights because they're bombing children and shit. And I'm sitting here making this ass little YouTube video hoping that I can do this instead of stack boxes at Urban Outfitters or something. I don't know. And not that there's anything wrong with that path, because I can see the appeal. It's simple. You wake up, you go to work, you go home, you go to sleep. So I guess ambition fatigue does come with the territory. You're gonna get tired of being ambitious when it feels like your ambition bears little to no fruit. However, there is the element of self-sabotage, and I feel like I do this a lot. Look behind me. Look at all this cool shit. I worked for this. I got all this. This is all me. I've won 2 Signal Awards for the Victory Light podcast. I got a ton of followers on all over the internet that enjoy my stuff. I make some pretty good music that touches quite a few people. Going TKO like I'm Tyson. So I can't say beyond the shadow of a doubt that my process has borne? Yeah, like Bloodborne? Yeah. So I can't say beyond the shadow of a doubt that my process has borne no fruit. It can really feel like you are burning the candle at both ends. It can feel like you are literally eating yourself, trying to stick out and trying to matter. And then you take a look at the things that do matter around here, and it's all bullshit. Nobody's making anything they give a fuck about. And the people that are making things they care about are being called cringe and are being made fun of and being ostracized by a media landscape, consumer landscape that is largely apathetic and just does not give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. So how are you supposed to stand out? How are you supposed to make a name for yourself when no one gives a fuck? I think that's the fundamental question, you know? That's the fundamental question. Because like I was saying before, right? There was like 5 jobs back then. Now there's a billion people doing every motherfucking thing. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't even want to be famous, dude. I don't even want to be famous. I want to be alright. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to be okay. I want to make enough money to comfortably feed myself and my children and keep this roof over our heads and get this mortgage paid off. But in order to do that, I need a job that pays me enough to keep a roof over my head, so that after I've done that job that keeps the roof over my head, I can do the things I enjoy, like this. However, what the Uncle Al quote fails to describe is the fucking state of consciousness that we are in and the price of life right now. It is insane. Grocery prices are through the roof. Gas is ridiculously expensive. It literally costs my heart and soul to get my 7-year-old son a pair of jeans. Where the fuck am I gonna get the time, the space, let alone the energy to make anything happen? So sometimes I'll lay here and just be like, yo, what the fuck is the point of any of this? You know what? I'm just finna go get some regular whatever job. I think that's what it is about me, is that I could never just get a job just to have a job. If I don't care about what I'm doing, I can't do that shit, man. Like, I feel like if I was really passionate about sandwiches, I'd probably could have become assistant to the regional manager of every fucking Jersey Mike's in the East Coast. But that's not me. That's not where my heart is at. My heart is in this music shit, in this entertainment, acting, bro. I want to put all that shit on the screen, but like breaking into that shit is a process. It's a slog. It's exhausting. Fortunately for me, I have the advantage of being a straight, racially ambiguous man in a white supremacist patriarchy. So I do have certain things working in my favor that other people probably have even less of, you know what I'm saying? Which makes the process feel even more hopeless for them. When you have all of those things, circumstances, unforeseen or otherwise, working against you, it can be really difficult and annoying to try and make shake and try and make anything happen. So you're probably wondering, Rainey, what the fuck was the point of this video? Like, what are you trying to say? I'm saying, bro, it's okay to be tired of this shit. And I'm saying that you're not alone. And what you are feeling when you feel like you can't create anymore and you feel like you are over it, what's the point? No one's gonna watch this, nobody cares. It's okay to feel that way. And what you are feeling is called ambition fatigue. It's okay to be tired of the fucking grind. It's okay to kind of not want to do the capitalism right now. You are not any less than for feeling the way that you do. And I wish that a lot of you guys were softer with yourselves about this. It's okay to be over it. It's okay to be over the process. It's okay to be over the grind. The grind don't stop. Bro, sometimes the grind stops and it's okay to stop. Fuck it, we ball. Hey, sometimes we don't. Sit in that. Sit in that, examine that, interrogate that. Understand why you feel that way. Figure out what's making you feel that way. And then maybe you'll get one step closer to not feeling that way. I don't know. I'm just some guy. I'm literally just a girl. Not me though. I'm a perfectionist and I'm gonna beat the fuck out of myself every single day that I don't try to do something. So y'all be easy, alright?
Ahead of the game, me a psychic. Going TKO like I'm Tyson. Can't nobody vouch for the work I put in, baby girl, and it's just how I like it.